Come on, Christine. Yeah, my bad. So I started to do a video. My sister told me to post a video um, today. She said maybe you should post a video. Maybe somebody will see it. You know, I know I've talked about it on being sexually abused, but going to more in depth about it. You know, um, I was crying. I'm gonna try to keep my composure this video. I'm gonna try to keep my composure because I don't want to cry. Don't worry. But how did Wayne options of doing depression and sexual abuse? I need to shave. My beard came back so fast. I don't want to grow my goatee back here. But uh, um, but yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit about. I'm over here watching Bird. Shout out to Bird as well. I'm uploaded 2 videos and recording another one. Okay. But anyway, shout out to everybody out there. Okay. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. Happy Labor Day to all of you. But yeah, my personality. Now, like I said, I've been through sexual abuse, been through depression. How did I beat it? Something hard. You can't answer that. You can, but it's hard to be. It's hard to understand. And you know, you go through what you go through, and you get through what you can. And I got through a lot of it. Like I said, I started when I was 3. I mean, not 3, but about 7, 6 or 7. So I was like 13. And like a lot of people, like my mother, when I finally came out to her about it, she was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And it's so easy for somebody to say that, and a lot of times they're not around. I'm not. That's not a knock to her or anything, but just saying. When I first went through it, like I said, they always never think if your child ever come up to you and say something is wrong, investigate. Don't be somebody. Oh, he's just a kid. You know, he's just lying. Don't be like that because that's what happened to me. Because he would just tell me certain things that I was just like, man, I don't have nobody to run to. You know, my uncle was busy. My uncle was busy. Everybody was busy. You know, they trying to survive. So I basically, a lot of times I had to survive on my own. And he is the person that did this is somebody who I still see sometimes. If we had like family reunions or some shit like that. And, you know, let me get my eyebrows shaved a little bit. But some people, I see sometime at the family reunions, and he, never had like that happen. He got 4 kids, but the thing is, karma, like they always say, karma is a bitch. It will bite you in the ass. It is. And with everything he put me through, karma came back and bit him in the ass super hard. Like he got 4 kids by 2 different babies. And he done been in jail so many times. He can't get a job. And I'm not saying that I wish that on him. I don't wish that on him. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. You know. And so, what you call that? You know, I wouldn't. I couldn't. It's hard. You know, because I used to be a person. I used to hate him, like despise. I'm like, if he got hit by a car, I stand over his body and look down and just laugh. But now I'm not like that anymore. I'm like, whatever happens to him, whatever happens, happens. But I wouldn't wish that on anybody. You know, you go through, like I said, you go through what you go through, and you get through what you can. And the best thing about it is that I learned so much. I got 2 beautiful nieces. Y'all see I ain't using the air conditioner today because it's nice outside, so I don't use the air conditioner. It's been hot for the past week. But, like I said, it's been a rough time because sometimes I used to, like I said, I used to lash out when I was young. I didn't get into fights. I used to be bullied when I was in grade school, and then I finally started fighting back. But being bullied, I used to be bullied, and people used to call you all types of words, fat, oh, you so fat, and it took me to where I was wearing, like I said, I think I told you that before, but I was wearing a hoodie. It would be 95, 100 degrees outside, and the school don't even have air conditioning, and I would wear a hoodie to school because I didn't want people talking about it. Them words hurt. Then you had the kids, and it would be not just one kid; it'd be multiple ones, and not realizing how big I was as a person that's tall and bigger than the other people. Not realizing how big I was something that I never thought that I could, go through. You know, that I never thought that I could be like, you know what, you know, I never thought I would go through that. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, you know, I should be able to wrestle with everybody, take everybody down. But that wasn't the show. That wasn't the case of it. And so we got through that, and then when I hit that depression stage, I think it kicked off. Like I said, right after my grandfather passed away, and then my uncle passed away a year later. And like I said, my grandfather was everything, man. That protector, that even though he couldn't protect, he didn't know about, but I didn't want to tell him because it was like just feel like it was gonna be a lie when I was being abused. Your word against somebody older than you, 5, 6 years older than you, and it's like you just like I said, it was just like my word, and so with my grandfather, he was like my grandfather was everything. My dad didn't even want me, and my grandfather took me. Like he took me in. My dad didn't want to have shit to do with me, and I just talked to my dad. Like I talked to my little brother, but I don't talk to my dad. Because you get so used to somebody not being around, you be like, what's the use of having any kind of communication? Because when I was younger, I remember waiting for him for my birthday. For my birthday, I was supposed to spend time with him for my birthday, and he was. I called him. I was stood outside for about. I got out. He's like, I'm gonna be there about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. They're gonna pick you up. And so I was like, okay, I'll be waiting. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to bring me a fish tank for my birthday. I love fish. If you don't know me, I love fish tanks. I love fish. I used to have piranhas every time. He used to spend like almost $500 on fishes at one point. I was about $100 and something dollars, but still was high. But I was sitting out there waiting, and the fact that I didn't want the fish tank. I just wanted to spend time with my father. So I was out there about 12. He didn't show up. I stood out there from 12 o'clock in the afternoon to maybe 10 o'clock at night, waiting for my father. And my grandma's like, "Come on in the house. It's cold." I'm like, "He gonna come." Got to 12 o'clock and never did come. You know. And I'm sitting there, I'm sitting there on the steps, like, what did I do wrong? You know what I'm saying? Then I called him, and I'm like, "Dad, what happened?" I got yelled at. He was like, "Well, what the fuck do you want?" I'm like, "Well, I couldn't make it." I'm like, "Well, why didn't you call?" "Don't worry about why I didn't call. I'm your father. You don't question me." I'm like, and so that's like, I was just like, man, that was then. When my birthday come up, I won't say shit. Like I never had a good birthday. I had one good birthday, and my uncle threw me a party for my birthday. My uncle was like my father, but other than that, I don't say nothing on my birthday because like my father made me feel like I wasn't worth anything on that day. And I said when I ever had kids, like I told him, if I had kids, I'd be the best father in the world, the most unbelievable father in the world because I'm gonna be that no matter what. You know, like, but shout out like my grandmother. Um, my grandmother was somebody who a few years ago I almost lost my grandmother, and she was on the verge of her career. Like my grandmother's like my mom because she never turned her back on me. When I went through my depression, she was right there all the time, all the time. When I went through everything I went through, she was right there. You know, it's like, and then I almost thought I lost it. I'm like, okay, who's the only person who actually cared about me in my life? The only person who actually loved me, accepted me for who I was my grandmother. Everything she done for me, I appreciate. And if I would give my life up for my grandmother because she gave so much up for us when we were younger. She gave so much up, and I can't repay her. You know, I wish I could, but that's the only way I can repay her is to be something in life instead of being somebody who wish I could have did certain things in life. And so I appreciate it. And I thank her. And like I said, that's the way. That's why I am the way I am. I'm accepting not because of her, because she accepted everybody. There was no hate. If you was gay, you were gay. She loved you no matter what. If you was a stranger, she'd help a stranger out in the middle of the street. She'd feed you, put clothes on your back, give you a warm place to stay. That's who she was. You know, if you was gay, you was white. She grew up in an era where she was called N-word, but she still found a way to show love. And a lot of people don't know how to do that these days. You know, a lot of people don't know how to do that. And that's what I lived through. I live off of her love for humanity. You know, I live off of her love for people in general, and to be, hey, I'm accepting in society. People are gonna be people no matter what skin color, sexual orientation, or religion. That person still has a heart, and that's what I learned from her. That person still has feelings, even down to the coldest of the criminals, the cold hands of a murderer. They all still have feelings, and that's one thing I learned from my grandmother. I learned from her because she instilled love inside of me, and she instilled acceptance, and I thank her for that. Because if I was raised by my father, I would have been some old homophobic, racist, especially homophobic. I would have been homophobic as shit if I was raised by my father. I was old faggot this, and I don't even say the word faggot. I don't even say the N word because those are two words that I hate because it preaches hate. You know. And that's why I have such a variety of friends, white, black, gay, straight, bisexual, lesbian, and I get along and I love them all because they are humans and they accepted me as their friend and I love them to death. You know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate everything my grandmother taught me and everything my grandmother instilled in me because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be the Dale Daniels that I am today. I'm struggling today. Yes, I know I'm struggling today, but I'm going to be doing good tomorrow because I'm bettering myself now. I don't want to be like these people who go out here and who want to be judgmental, who want to be thinking they know everything in the world. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I barely know multiplication half of the goddamn time. But I'm still trying. I barely know certain words half of the time, but I'm still trying. I don't know everything, and I don't want to know everything, and I don't want to have an answer for everything in life. I want to learn, and that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And so the best part of life is learning from things you never experienced before. I learned from people you never thought you'd ever meet. You can learn from the smallest of childs and to the oldest of persons in the world. We all here to learn, and a lot of people refuse to learn. A lot of people refuse to accept. So, sorry I went on a rant, but thank y'all for watching. Like I said, today I got a debate, so wish me luck. And yeah, I'm out. Sorry for crying in the video. Peace.